Back here at Forest Lanes for the Scratch Division title match of the season opening event in SoCal. Josh Abagania coming out strong first tournament, plus 162 for 5, plus 293 for 8, including a 279 game. But step ladder format, you got to win one more to capture the title, and it's a close one. He leads by 2. Dutch so far. This is the lane that he struck on in his first 2 shots, trying to maintain that 2-pin lead if he can maintain the strikes on lane 3. Oh, come on, ball! Wow. For some, the pocket wasn't too tough today, but the carry was tricky for everyone today, and I saw a lot of solid 7s like this, 2 10s, 2 8 10s, more 2 8 10s, pocket 7 10s. The left side just looked hard, period, and then the right side, the carry was tricky to maintain. Just about for everybody not named Josh. He had 7 out of 8 games over 200, including a 279 high. The only game that wasn't 200 was a 193 last game. But he's got up against tough competition in Daniel Hong. He has already got himself a reputation as a fierce match play bowler, and well-deserved. Only 1 career title for him, and that was the Southwest Invitational last season. There's a lot more in both these guys' futures. We'll see who takes it now. Half 10, boy, there's that tricky carry again. Looked pretty good all the way, but long pattern. The ball doesn't face up, it doesn't see the friction until it's a little too late. The result's a half 10. If he spares it up, he'll trail by 2 and become a 4-frame race, as both bowlers will be on spares. Daniel qualified at plus 233 for his 8 games today. Does cover up that 10. They're bowled on Dead Man's Curve, one of the long sport patterns. Not too low a ratio, that's why the pocket was playable, but that longer oil makes it harder for the ball to face up correctly to the pins, and if you overcorrect, it's flatter in the middle, so you end up going high. That one dead perfect. No one more self-critical or self-analytical than Daniel of Daniel. He says, why don't I do that every time? Josh, another very cerebral player. He's a smart kid. He's usually back working on his homework here when he's not bowling. Last year, of course, Caitlin still making waves in the girls and the main division. Little brother John coming up, and Josh is like, hey, I'm an Abagania too here, showing off today. Maybe this is his season to shine. Still has that 2-pin lead, working on that spare in the 7th. Hang on ball, it does. Dead perfect 1-2, 1-3 pocket. Holds the count, makes this a 3-frame horse race. Josh has 1 more game to go no matter what. He and Ernesto Reynoso were the top 2 U17 bowlers. Bowlers age 21 and under can play in the tournament, but under 17 get their own separate tournament within a tournament. So they'll be playing that title match immediately upon the conclusion of this. The big thing you want is the scratch win, though. Josh has not had a win in scratch or handicap, and those are our titles. These subdivisions are nice, but that's what counts. He would love to end that right here. Big shot in the 8th. Oh, and he trips out that 4. Wow. Big time carry and a big time moment there to carry out both the 4 and the 7 and extend to a 12-pin lead. Let's see if Hong can answer. Just fresh off a 269 game on this pair to beat Reynoso. Reynoso beat Kyler Orozco in round 1. Giant shot for Hong. Got a hook? No, that ball will not move from that spot. It doesn't matter what your rev rate is. Tried to adjust off the flat 10 and maybe hit it a little more, but that made the ball project further down the lane. If you miss that spot, it's going to be something like that every time. Well, now this turns from a chance to stay even in the match to a must spare to stay in the match. Makeable. Let's see how he goes about it. Yeah, you betcha. This guy's showing why they're in the title match here. Is Josh throws that clutch strike, and Hong gets a clutch spare to stay very much in this game. He can max out for 217. Abagania going at a 2:08 pace, so still anybody's match. here in the 9th frame from Orange County. That's deeper. And he gets it to hold. Wow. He looks dead locked in on that lane. Maintains that 217 possibility. But if Abagania comes up here and strikes in the next 2 shots, he will shut out Daniel before he gets his chance in the 10th. So, opportunity of Josh's young career. He's still only 16 years old. So plenty of time, but this is the moment, Elias.
It is the moment.
Defending bowler of the year, Elias agrees. It is the moment.
It is the moment. Mucho importante shot.
Oui. It's close. Hang on. Oh, wow. That could have been anything from 5 through 10. Doesn't trip out the 4-7 this time.
Could have been 4.
That could, well, 4 through 10, yeah. 4 through 9, that didn't have much of a chance to strike, but you never know. Regardless, that sets up a really interesting situation with that 8 count. As if both bowlers throw nothing but strikes the rest of the way, we are tied. We just had a 1-shot roll-off already this season. Up in Seattle, I believe. We'd love to have another one. First things first, make your spare. He does. Well, JBT is a training ground for doing bigger and better things, and it's moments like this that really you cut your teeth on.
His first strike's really important for count purposes.
More important for Josh, yes, because he's the one with the spare working. It's about your bowler of the year, Elias. You notice these little things. Shrewd commentary.
Yeah.
A little extra time here. He's led since game 2 of this event. Can he finish it?
Looks good.
Oh boy, that was almost that solid 7. He's hit that same general spot every time. He left the solid 7 a couple shots ago, then trips the 4-7, the shot before, all on this lane.
And now he will not lose count.
That's stage 1.
Yeah, step 1.
So now any mark here makes Daniel double. Because Daniel's only got 206 max with a single here.
Yes, it will.
So even if Josh doesn't strike, whatever he leaves, he needs to spare.
Josh can go gutter spare.
Gutter spare is good enough
to get 2 strikes.
Gutter spare is 9 spare in this case. I don't think he's going to gutter.
And that looks good.
Oh, what a pretty shot. Zeroes it in, throws his best shot in the 11th. Now Daniel has to double. It's just a matter of what will each do on their fill ball. Good stuff to start off SoCal this season.
If Josh strikes out, there is no way he can lose without extra frames.
It's always a nice feeling to be guaranteed a no better than tie on the bench.
Yeah.
I tell you though, we talked about Daniel loving match plays. If he needs all 3, I wouldn't put it past him to do it, and B, it'll be entertaining as heck if he does.
Yes, it will.
I tell you that. For maximum pressure. Yeah. It's there. Oh yeah.
Clutch.
Well-deserved applause for that. 3 pretty shots in the 10th frame. Daniel needs to do the same for bonus bowling. And for a kid who doesn't have a scratch title yet, what a performance. Now Daniel riding all that momentum from the invite win. Knows he can do it, matter will he.
Up there quick, shot goes down. It looks good, he likes it, and his skate's long.
Didn't have the same look in the right-hand lane. He had that big washout before. The flat 10, the shot before that. I bet on the left lane, I think he would have struck out. The right lane, he just couldn't put the pieces back together, and
he's paying for it now.
Well, he's already at the bar, I think. Oh no, he's going to come back and shoot the bucket.
Gotta help your JBT out.
Disappointment for Daniel, but elation for brand new JBT champion Josh Abagania. He's going to try and double it up with the win over U17 here in just a second, and Fried Daniel is about to blow up Facebook with a 28-page post about what should have been. I love Daniel's Facebook posts. They are a good read.
One day they'll fill up the
We need a whole server on there. And of course, as always happens on the fill ball, covered it up 217 to 197 final. Great stuff out of two great SoCal talents. Good sports too, as you can see. And big hugs from Sis. They are both Scratch Division champs. There's the little bro. There's a future Scratch champ too, I guarantee it right there. Wow, isn't that nice? That's awesome. Josh, right away, 2 balls on the left on 1 and 2, please.
Ernesto, 1 and 2. You get 2 balls. All right, JBT bowlers and parents, that wraps up a really exciting Scratch Division final. Your runner-up gave it all he had. Give him a nice hand, Daniel Hong. But your Scratch Division champion comes through with all 3 in the 10th frame. A great clutch performance to win his first career JBT title, Joshua Abagana. What a way to start the season for Josh. Josh and Ernesto were the U17 finalists. There was no other time to do it, so they're going to race through this U17 match now to wrap things up.